We're doing it again. It's now an annual tradition. And I love an annual tradition. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and it is Januwrimo time. If you're new here, Januwrimo is a non-sanctioned, non-affiliated version of NaNoWriMo, which is essentially just write 50K in a project, usually in the month of November, but it's now in the month of January. I started this last year. In last year's January is kind of a trial run because November is a really difficult time for a lot of us, whether it's school, work, preparing for the holidays. It really isn't the best time to try to be writing a novel. But January, she's perfect. I love January. She's like one of my favorite months. Whether you have writing a novel on your resolution list, or you want to start the year off strong with a great writing month, or perhaps you just want to gain a community during the dreary doldrums of winter, especially if you live in the north like I do. You set your goals, you chat with friends, you join in with the live streams, and most importantly, hopefully, you write. Last year, everyone loved Januwrimo, so I am bringing it back this year. It is a lot of work, but I love this event and we made so many amazing friends. So many people joined in and had a great time and it was excellent. But this year, I have a website. I made a website, y'all. I talked about
Make a website.
Last year. A bitch made a website. It's like on my actual like author website because I was making that anyway. So you can go on there and creep on me. But if you're just interested in Januwrimo, there is an entire Januwrimo tab that has all things Januwrimo. It's not professional, so it's not perfect, but it does have all the links and shows everything that I have planned for Januwrimo. There's a calendar, there's spreadsheets, how to find me, the Discord, the troublemakers, all of the things that you could ever want and able to join with Januwrimo. Much like last year, there are spreadsheets and there are two versions of the spreadsheets. It's the same as last year. I am using these spreadsheets to track your progress because I still don't know how to put tracking your progress on a website, so we're just gonna use Google Sheets. These will be linked in the Discord, on my link tree, down below in the description box, and also in my community tab. So these are everywhere. Bookmark them or just come back to every place that you can ever find me. So the first spreadsheet is really intense. It'll give you a daily target, your progress, if you're on target, and how much you're over or under. It'll have the percentages you have left, average words per day, how many words you've gotten per day, and it is designed to feed into a total so you can see how collectively we're all doing, which I think is pretty fun. And so because it's a spreadsheet, you can really customize it. You can pick your own number target. So if you want to do less, like maybe you're looking to do 25,000 words, or maybe you're being ambitious and want to do 75 or 100K, it will adjust that. You just have to adjust the totals correctly. And if you struggle with it, just shoot me a DM. I will help fix it for you. However, if that sounds so stressful for you, because I know a lot of people get stressed with word counts, there is another spreadsheet that is much less intense, much calmer, and it can be customized beyond word counts, which is the main purpose of that one. If you want to track hours or chapters or any other kind of thing that you want to track, you can change it. It isn't as thorough in the statistics, but it does have a chart at the bottom that you can look at. It's very customizable, much like the first one, but it's a lot less intense. It's a lot softer. You know, it's a softball launch. If that scares you, use the second one. It also has a thing that feeds into the whole overall overarching total of words, things written, so you can keep track of your fellow friends, keep people on accountability. We're big about accountability here. And I did not create both of these spreadsheets. I did modify them for our purposes, but I will have the original creators linked down below if you would like to check them out, or any other awesome spreadsheets that they've made. I think they have a bunch of other things they've designed, so go check them out if you would like to. Now we gotta talk about how the heck are you gonna get all these words, because there's not a lot of people streaming, or I assume there's not a lot of people streaming. Don't worry, my friends. The week of trouble is returning. Just like last year, we are doing a week of live streams with the troublemakers. We stream every single Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you didn't know, we are Stieg, Wallace, and Devesha, obviously myself as well. And for the first week of January, we're going to be doing sprints with various friends at various times. I'm stealing that from Caitlin Ash. Go follow her. I'll have her link down below. I just love how she says that. I think it's fun. We start on the Monday, so you can start off really nice and strong, but we're not starting off on the New Year's because it's a Sunday. If you want to rest, I recommend resting because, you know, it's been a long holiday season. On Monday, January 2nd, we're kicking it off with me. Much like I did last year, I did a Januwrimo beginning sprint. This time it's just part of the week of trouble. Tuesday, January 3rd will be Wallissimo. I don't know if it's gonna be a Sprints and Shop Talk, but you better show up just in case. Wednesday, January 4th is going to be with Grapple Fry, Grape Fry, Devesha, lovely Devesha. Finally, on Thursday, January 5th, we have Stieg with all of the Europeans, doing a whole European stream. And then, of course, on Friday, it's the 4-4, the four of us back together again. So it's a little bit different from last time where we have more friends on this time. So it's just one troublemaker troublemaker, 3 friends. Whereas last year we had 3 troublemakers, 1 friend. So we're expanding the friends this year. We love it. And if you're like,
Katie, I want to write more than those days,
I also will be streaming on my channel at least once a week. Starting off with Wednesday the 11th, I'll be streaming at 10 a.m. Probably going 2 hours, maybe 3, but starting at 10 a.m. I'll be streaming on Monday the 16th at 1 p.m. Then Thursday the 26th at 9 p.m. And finally, we are doing this again. We're doing a drunk live stream. Last year I did a drunk live stream and it kind of changed my life. We're not going to talk about that now, but it's the end of Januwrimo. It's the 31st. It's a Thursday, 11 p.m. We're starting the party. You still need sprints. If I still need sprints, I'll be running some sprints. If not, we'll be getting drunk together and just chatting about Januwrimo and all the things that we wrote and all the things that we did. It was super fun last year. I highly recommend coming because I cannot promise that that live stream will be up after January 31st. If you look back for the old one, it is unlisted because there's a lot of shit in that one. I started an erotica Discord last time, so if that doesn't convince you to come, I don't know what will. On top of all of that, I'm going to be doing some Discord sprints, so definitely join the Troublemakers Discord. We have a lot of fun, super active on there with so many writers of so many different paths. There are different stages, doing a lot of different stuff, different genres. It's absolutely fantastic. So last year I did do specific sprints on specific days, but that was really tiring for me. So instead, I'm going to have one day designated for a 5K day, and that is going to be every Sunday. So if you want to get caught up after a really hectic week, or you want to get a head start for the upcoming week because you know you're not going to be able to write as much, come join me in the Discord. We're going to be doing 5K Sundays where I will run sprints all day and you can come and get those words in. Of course, like last year, we're doing badges. I made badges last year. They're very similar to this year. I just changed up the color scheme a little bit. They are going to be in the Google Drive folder. Didn't figure out how to get them to be able on the website in a way that you could like download them. So I'm just putting them in a Google Drive so you can download them from there. I would love if you use them in like your Instagram or your videos or whatever you're making. If you would like to use them, they're there for you to use at your leisure. We have 2 different color styles. We have my color palette, which is more of the reds, purples, and pinks variety. And then we have a troublemaker version, which is like gray and green and stuff like that. So depending on what your aesthetic is, go for it. Again, everything is going to be linked down below because I am a linking queen. I love linking everything everywhere. So all at once. Now you may be thinking to yourself,
Katie, you wrote 2 books, revised another book. What the fuck could you possibly be doing for Januwrimo?
An excellent question. I am essentially jumping back in to write yet another book and another romance. The next one in the Soulmate series. I really need to come up with a series title for that. And it is called New Romantics. And yes, it is based off the Taylor Swift song off of 1989 deluxe version. So good. Highly recommend going and giving it a listen. I talked about New Romantics a little bit on this channel and definitely on Instagram and on Discord and in the live stream. So if you follow me around, you'll know about New Romantics. I did try to outline this project and it just was a total fail. So much like last year, I am going to pants New Romantics, much like I pantsed Cruel Summer. I have the vibes, I have the character outline, the character profiles, I have a lot of tools for angst, but also a lot of tools for spice. It's gonna be a spicy book. This is my self-indulgent book. If Cruel Summer was all about banter and flirting and like summery vibes and tension, and Invisible String is all about trauma and angst and slow burn and like self-love, then New Romantics is about being, you know, sexy, the fast heat, and a lot of exploration. So New Romantics is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a time and a half writing it. And because it's pantsed, I wrote a query letter for it as a guideline. It's essentially my outline, and it isn't good, but it does give you a blurb of what the book is about.
Tennis star, Grand Slam champion, former world #1, and ice queen Octavia Ricci needs no one. As the eldest daughter, she has paved her way for her siblings, and as an athlete, there is no one better at keeping cool and deadly on court. Her facade is smooth and flawless until she melts down in the first round of the US Open and the glued together pieces of her life snap like racket strings. She fires her father as her coach, withdraws from her family, and considers hanging up her tennis shoes for good. The only stable person in her life is her soulmate and partner, Leo Mantovani. A professional player himself, he understands Octavia's fragile state, and he suggests she tries a new coach before deciding if she hates tennis, or if she just hated the control her father had over her. Octavia takes a chance and reaches out to former professional player Ariel de Cordova. Touted as the next tennis star and the potential greatest of all time, Ariel's young career was destroyed by a devastating leg injury that left him disabled and with chronic pain. However, his tennis prowess is still as sharp as ever. Octavia and Ariel clash, but ultimately connect over their mutual and complex emotions about tennis. The only problem? Well, Leo Mantovani has 2 soul marks. One, naturally, says Octavia, and the other says Salvatore. Upon meeting Ariel for the first time, their touch lights a blaze in Leo's veins, and Salvatore is burned black. Ariel's real first name is Salvatore, of course, and now the layers of their lives have entangled even further. The 3 enter into an arrangement. Leo certainly has enough love for the both of them. Ariel agrees to a threesome-like relationship with Leo and Octavia, but he is determined to keep his feelings out of it. However, with their insecurities, past traumas, deepening connections, and accidental emotional intimacy, they are drawn farther into a secret relationship. But scrutiny from the media, Octavia's daddy issues, Leo's secret about his gambling, and Ariel's unhealthy habits from a previous relationship might just leave them all alone. Again.
That is what I'm working on for Januwrimo. I hope you join us for this year's Januwrimo. It's our annual event. If you don't want to participate this year, you can always participate next year, 2024. Oh my God. Huh, I hate that. Let me know what you're working on or plan on drafting or plan on doing. If you're doing revision, drafting, pantsing, outlining, world building, whatever you're doing, I would love to know. I hope to see you guys in the Discord and on the spreadsheet and in our live streams. Thank you for being here on this channel, and I can't wait to see you next year. Bye.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind, and she doesn't